Hello and welcome to the second season of Brand News, the podcast. I'm Charlotte Emily, your host, and I'm thrilled to partner with Winkelstraat.nl, your go-to spot for all things luxury fashion, connecting international retailers and emerging luxury brands with the trend-setting youth of today. This season, we're delving even deeper into the world of brands and style. Every episode, we'll uncover the latest news, trends, and expert insights with the help of industry insiders. From exclusive interviews to behind-the-scenes moments, gear up to expand your fashion horizons with Brand News brought to you by Winkelstraat.nl. Enjoy the show. I'm your host, Charlotte Emily, and today I'm speaking to Gini. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah,
good?
really good.
Okay. I'm glad that you're here. Thank you for coming onto the podcast. I'm glad that, your job, I've never interviewed someone who has your job, so I'm glad to dive into that. And when me and the team of Winkelstraat were kind of like curating the guest list, you've done a lot for Winkelstraat, so I think it's nice to kind of dive into it.
3 shoots already, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a set design artist. For someone who has no idea what a set designer does, can you explain it to us a little bit?
I can. I think it is a bit hard to explain because within the art department, there are so many job names like art director, production designer, set designer.
Yeah.
But I think set design is all around creating. Oh my god, I have to get used to it.
Yeah, you're behind the camera.
Yes,
yeah.
Really, it's so weird hearing myself, but I'll get used to it.
Yeah.
But I think set design is the most about creating an environment around a model or around a product, which makes the product or the model stand out more, or it can be really storytelling.
Yeah.
And it's really, really diverse. It can be just like one prop, or it can be like a whole environment, like with walls and more like that. So I think it's super wide.
Yeah, because like you said, the other job titles, I feel like maybe art direction is something that you would maybe see more often, or I don't know, job openings on LinkedIn or something.
True.
So how does set design differentiate from other jobs in the same field?
I think for me, it's the production of the set as well. Like art direction is thinking about the concept and more in general, what vibe do we want? And with set design, it's also about really building it. For me, I do set design and set construction. I really combine it.
Okay.
So if I design a set, I want to build it myself as well.
Yeah.
So for me, I think that's the biggest difference for me.
And in terms of types of set designs, like what kind of sets are we talking?
What do you mean?
Like, I know from researching your work that you've done visuals, like window visuals, like store visuals, photo shoots. Like, what types of sets are there to design?
Well, there's a lot, but maybe I call it set design, and it's also like window design, or for theater, it's like stage design, or in commercial world, like more video, they call it art direction. In the film industry, like movies, they call it production design. Yeah. So for me, one more time your question.
What types of sets can you design?
All types of set. It can be like a whole environment, like I said, like really storytelling, like the one I did for Adidas, like the vintage storytelling about the horror house, a bit with the carpets and the wooden walls, but also for more like Winkelstraat. You really want a visually appealing, standing out image. And then we created this huge silver ball, which makes like a visually appealing picture. So it's really different, and that's why I like it. Every job, every project is really, really different.
Yeah. Nice. And you've been, correct me if I'm wrong, but working for yourself for 5.5 years?
Yeah, I think since 2020.
Yeah. Do you work by yourself? Do you have a team?
I have a team.
Okay.
I have a team.
And how do you enjoy that?
I love it. I love it. I used to do everything by myself. I'm really a perfectionist. And like I said, if I design something, I also want to make it.
Yeah.
And I always did it myself. And then the jobs got bigger, the projects got bigger.
Yeah.
And I wanted to take on more projects. So then I had to start getting people in, like, okay, come and help me.
Yeah.
And I think I'm really picky with who I'm working with. So if I'm working with someone, I really want them to be really good at what they do.
Yeah.
Like they have to be really good with the sewing machine, or really good painters or sculptures, and in that way we created a really nice team. I think.
So how big is your team?
I think, well, we're all freelance, but we all work together. I think 5 to 6 people and interns.
Yeah.
And on some jobs, I need 3 of them. Other jobs, I need all of them. Some jobs I do myself. So it's really different. Every project is different.
And before that, before starting your own business, did you work at a company, or did you come straight from studies, or how did you navigate?
It's a story.
Yeah.
I used to work in healthcare.
Okay.
And my parents, they are both from the same industry. My dad is a director, and my mom, she is a producer. And they have their own film studio. And after high school, I thought that world is a bit too far from me still. It looked really hectic and like a lot. And I thought, let's go for having a diploma, and I thought, let's go for healthcare. And because healthcare you can do all around the world, always. So I got my diploma, and then I wanted to work in the operation room, and I found out it's really not my thing.
And that's already... The ideas freaks me out.
Oh, no, it was amazing. For a long time it was really amazing.
You actually operated on people?
No, not operated. No, but I assisted. And I used to work in a clinic for, what's it called, like plastic surgery.
Oh.
Yes, so it was like pushing in silicones. And it was really cool. It was really nice.
Set design on people.
Yeah, really. But it wasn't my world.
Okay.
Like you have to wear the white suit every day, taking off jewelry, masking tattoos, and just the people, non-creative. I didn't like it. So I went to work in my parents' studio. And after a short while, I was like, oh, I want to be with the crew, not like hosting the crews. And then I start doing an internship at Hazaza. It's like a production company for commercials.
Okay.
And I think they really saw it before me that I had to work in the art department and not in production. So they told me, go do the art department.
Your talent is
elsewhere.
There.
Yeah, you really like that. I was always helping with finding locations, dressing the locations. And they were like, to go do that. So I went to the Chamber of Commerce straight after. And and I started for myself. And I did a lot of assisting in films and series. But that was way too long for me also. Like then you're on a project for 6 months.
Yeah.
And for me, it was way too long. I needed more diversity and new project. And also in films and series, it's more about creating realistic worlds, like a bedroom, a living room, children's room, and again. And I didn't really like it anymore.
Yeah.
And I was working with a production designer, Bram Doyer, and I learned a lot from him. And he told me one day, like in the film, they needed a decor piece, like the people, they were building something, but it had to be built by one of us, of course.
Okay.
And I built that, and then I found out, I love to make.
What was it?
It was really stupid. It was like a really big wall of waves, and I had to paint it.
Definitely not stupid.
No, I think now it is a bit stupid, but I painted it, and I was sewing it, and I was really, really getting enthusiastic about that.
Yeah.
And then I got a call randomly. I don't remember how or why, from Romy Trebush. She's a photographer and a really good friend of mine.
Okay.
And she asked me, "Do you want to make a set for me?" I was like, no, I don't know you at all. Why would I? She was like, yeah, I have this really cool model and I think we can create something really cool and really nice. It's like, okay, let's go. And then we did that. And everyone on set, they told me, you're a set designer. I was like, set designer? What the hell is set designer?
You were Googling.
I was an art director in my opinion in that time, or assistant art director. And they were all like, yeah, you should have an agency and go be a set designer. And then I was like, oh, this is really, I was Googling it. Like, what is it? And it's super wide. And like I said, it's really hard for me to explain what it is because it's so different every project.
Yeah.
Every client wants something completely different. So
that's such a great story though, how you got there. Yeah.
Thank you. Bit long, but
no, amazing.
But yeah.
Nice. You just mentioned that you worked on films and series. And earlier on you said you also worked on fashion. Well, you just mentioned Adidas and Winkelstraat. How are these different? Because besides the time, like how do these sets differ from maybe entertainment and like fashion world?
Well, I think that in movies, it's all about the storytelling. And in fashion photography, it's about the fashion.
Yeah.
So the sets don't have to be like storytelling. They don't have to be realistic. They just really have to be visually appealing.
Yeah.
And making the product stand out or the fashion stand out or like that. So and in my experience, it's a bit more artsy. I can go a bit wilder. I can create with really weird materials and making weird shapes and it's not all about like telling, oh, this is a bedroom, here's the children's bed and they're moving or whatever. They're the moving boxes. You know, you have to tell the story within the set for a movie or a series. And with fashion photography, you don't. You have to make the product stand out.
Yeah. Nice. I am trying to imagine because I know nothing about sets. How do you kind of, because you just mentioned Adidas, so how do you decide how a partner is right for you or how maybe a briefing is the right thing for you to do?
I decide if I like it.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important for me. If I don't like the concept, it's really hard for me to be really creative about it. And sometimes I change the concept a little bit so I like it more. And usually clients also really like it.
Yeah.
But I also have an agent and she really helps me deciding like this is good for your portfolio, this isn't. And I think we decide together, but for me, most important is that I like it. Yeah. That I like the concept and the brand and
And if so, the example of Adidas that you gave, if we use that in this instance, they contact you or do they go through your agent?
Depends. Sometimes there's a lot of requests for projects through Instagram.
Yeah.
And then I text back like you should contact my agent.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the agent, she collects all information like what is the concept, what is the brand, what is the date of the shoot, what is the budget. Do you already have a mood board on something you want? She collects all the information.
Okay.
And then I got one big email like this is the date, this is budget, everything, and then
you decide kind of how it would work for you.
Yeah, usually the deadline is like we want all of this, and it's in 1 week. Yeah, that's the most common thing, really. Yeah.
I actually liked because I went onto the website of the Amoy Group, who is who you are represented by, and I really liked how they describe your work. So I'm going to read this out. They say, "You are known as a multifaceted talent who can put your skills into reality. Your construction skills and eye for detail gives you the ability to design and create sets for fashion and advertising, including painted backdrops, interiors, hand-sculpted props and cubes to pose in. She can do it all."
Wow. I feel flattered.
Really love that. I was wondering, can you share a little bit more about those like backdrops, the interior, the hand sculpted props? Like, how does this work for you?
Like I said, every set is different, completely different. And most of the time the client, they come with a concept. They have some random mood pictures on, we want this vibe. And for example, I did for G-Star, I did a lot of backdrops. They wanted to be like more colorful and not just the denim.
Yeah.
So I hand-painted backdrops.
Yeah.
And then the model is just standing in front of the backdrop and you have a nice picture.
Yeah.
And more the hand sculpted props is like completely different. I just did an episode for a television program. It still has to come out, so I can't say yet, but it's coming. Yeah. But I was sculpting like a really, really, really big moon, like a ball with a 2 meters diameter.
Wow.
And then it's just with gips. I don't know how to say that in English, but sculpting the craters on the moon and airbrushing it after, and so that's completely different. And then you have the more interior kind of sets, and I also really like to do that. I did for H&M Studio. I did this set with 4 or 6 walls, and then it was really a room with a couch and a window, and I think she says something about hand making things. I really like that, working with textures, and I did something with moss on windows. Like, it's really old, and that is a bit more the storytelling part of the set. But the backdrop is not storytelling; it's just a red backdrop. So every project, some projects take a lot of energy, and some projects give a lot of energy. Yeah. But most give.
How do you feel people can recognize your work or your style?
Colorful.
Yeah,
I think colorful. Yeah, I love color. I love to work with color and weird textures. And sometimes I just go to the Baumat or the Hornbach or whatever, this construction.
DIY stores.
Yes. Yeah. And I just walk around. It's like, oh, that's really weird tube. Let's take it. And then I get home and my boyfriend, he's like, that's for making a toilet. Why is it here? It's like, I like the shape. I like the color of it. And I know it's going to work great on camera. So I took it and then just put it in my warehouse. And it's like one day it comes out. And So,
and you use the tube for the toilet.
Yeah, I do.
That's so funny. You recently shared with me when we had a call about this podcast that you're pregnant.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Thank you.
Exciting. When are you due?
22 of February. 22nd of February.
How are you feeling?
Amazing. I keep forgetting about it.
It's in the way.
It starts to get in the way. It's 20 weeks now, but I feel amazing. I'm not sick. There's nothing wrong.
So nice.
Yeah, I'm really happy.
Yeah. Do you know if it's a girl or a boy yet?
It's a boy.
Oh,
yeah.
Sweet.
He's going to be a set designer as well.
Yes. You're going to train him into set design.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about combining like a new chapter in your life, your personal life, with owning your own business and having people work with you? How are you thinking or feeling about this?
I think I really underestimate it still. Okay. Everyone's telling me like your life's gonna change completely with a child. How can you work still in the way that you work now? Because everyone knows I love to work. I'm always working. It's like my life. But I think I underestimate it. I think I'm like, I can combine it. I was born and grown up in a studio, and I think my son will have the same. He's going to be with me or with his dad, who's also a builder. So I think I can combine it, and I have a really, really nice team, and they're really protective of me already. They're all like, when I'm lifting something, they're like, put it down, what are you doing? And it's like, what? It's only 20 weeks. I can still lift some things, but everyone's really protective, and that's really kind and really nice. So I think it will be okay. Flow. Yeah, maybe I have to delegate a bit more. Yeah. Like give them more to do, but I'm a bit of a perfectionist. So whatever they do, I will do it all again or check everything. Like, is it perfect in the way I want? Yeah. Otherwise, we have to take the seams out and do it again, Yeah. But they're used to it. So the whole team is really perfectionist as well. So I'm starting to get more and more trust in everyone. So then you can let go a bit more. Because I hope to be a mom of 4 one day.
Oh, so, that's nice. And they can all be your set designers.
Yes, exactly. I build my own team. That's the plan. No, I don't know. I hope it's gonna work out.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the plan. So.
Nice.
But my mom had the same. She's a producer, so she was always working.
Yeah.
And we were in the maxi-cosi, and with her foot, she was like pushing the maxi-cosi and still producing a shoot. So
yeah, maybe in terms of like hours, it will be different.
I think so. Yeah. I hope he can just join me and be next to me. Only when I'm with spray paint or whatever, he has to get out. But I think we can. I think I can do it, but I have to see it.
You can, for sure. I was just wondering in terms of like, having your own business. I know that can also be stressful. And
well, sometimes I think like, okay, I can also go to Bali and make jewelry and be super content with life and be chill and have my babies. But I also like that chaotic, hectic world within the industry. So I don't want to leave it because of a child, I think I can combine it.
Of course you can, this season of Brand News is in collaboration with Winkelstraat. And their brand goal is to help you own it, whatever your it is. Do you feel like in your career you've had a moment where you were like, this is how I feel things are or should be going, and you're happy with how it is? Or
I think constantly. I'm really happy constantly, like how everything is going. I did not yet have like a major fuck up or something. Clients are really happy, and I love every project. And I think a highlight was with Marina Abramovic. That was when they asked me for that. I was like, wow, okay. Well, they first said, like, do you want to have? Are you available then? And I was like, but only in my own studio. I'm shooting in my own studio, a bit arrogant. And then they said, oh, that's fine. It's with Marina Abramovic. I was like, oh my God, she's coming here. Are you kidding me? What did I say? But it was amazing. And they trusted me completely. So I felt really...
Because it was a magazine cover, right?
Yeah, for Numero magazine.
Yes, amazing.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Do you get nervous?
I was a bit, a little bit, because I heard like people were saying, she doesn't like ladies. She only wants to work with men.
Oh,
and I was like, shit, I'm not. And then she came and she was super, super kind. She was like, because she really likes to work with young creative people, and I think we were all young and super excited and.
The team fit.
The team, it was really, really cool. And she was like, who did this? Oh, I love it. Who did this? Oh, I love it. Yeah, she was so really kind. Yeah.
That's an amazing project.
Yeah, it was really nice.
I want to highlight some of the work that you've done, and the campaign with Marina Abramovic was, I put it at the top.
Of course.
But also the Adidas Halloween campaign that you did.
Yeah.
You did an amazing window installment for a Dutch brand, Flaneur.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yes.
That was really amazing. Something so completely new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You worked with H&M. You've done stuff for Nike. Also another Dutch brand, Baller. Yeah. I feel like the list is, it goes on and on. What has your favorite collaboration been?
Ooh, that's really hard to say. I think I really liked the H&M studio one. It was with Daniel Sars, the photographer. And for me, that was a completely new experience because he was like, hey, can you make a set? I was like, yeah, of course. What is the concept? And he was like, there's no concept yet. There's just this project you did I like. And this project, make some kind of a combination. And those were really, really different. Those were like the Adidas campaign. And the latex wall I did for Wasteland poster.
No, I don't know.
It's like a wall covered in latex. It was for the latex Wasteland party.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, but completely different from the Adidas. I was like, what the fuck, What does he want?
Latex and Halloween.
Yeah, it was really completely different. And I made a mood board, like, okay, fingers crossed he's gonna like it. And he loved it. And there was total freedom. Like, just make something you think is cool and I think is cool. And so I was like looking through his Instagram, like, what is his style, But that was the first time they just let me completely go free. It was scary as well.
Yeah.
But there was no concept around it. It was just like make something super cool. And I really like doing that. And also really scary. Like when they come over here, you had to send pictures, you know, like this is what I made.
Yeah.
And if they don't reply immediately, you're like, oh my God, I fucked up. But he loved it. And that was really cool for me. So I really loved that one. Yeah.
Do you feel like it's sometimes difficult maybe to decide on what like the next best project is for you? Or do you kind of work with this is how I would, or this is what I would want to, where I would want to be at with my company in a couple of years, or how do you?
I would like to go to different countries because in the Netherlands, set design world isn't that big. There's usually not that much of a budget, but clients really want a lot. Yeah. So you have to invest.
Dutch.
Yeah, it is really Dutch. And I think in other countries, maybe in France or in the UK, they're willing to put more money into it. Also, there are more set designers, so they know a bit more about the industry. And in the Netherlands, it's not that big.
Yeah.
Still, when I do some jobs, they call it in the credits. They say Gini art direction.
Oh yeah.
You know, because set design isn't that big.
Yeah.
So I think going to another country and where the studios are even bigger and the budgets are bigger. And you can build a bigger experience. Yeah.
Would you love that. Do you think then like of a movie or something, or what would?
I think movies the projects are too long for me.
Okay. Yeah. You already mentioned. Yeah.
I think some people really like that because when you're on set 6 months with each other, you really become this film family. Everyone's really intertwined, and the days are like 12 hours and photography it's 10. So but I never felt like that, like I need a film family for half a year. I want to go on to the next project and get the next adrenaline kick of something super cool, and then a new project and just 1 or 2 shoot days. But I think that. And also I'm thinking what I really want to do are more video clips.
Have you ever done one?
Yes, I did, but not for myself, more assisting. And I think in video clips you can even go more crazy. And I have that feeling, I don't know why. But it's even with less budget, I know that. Okay. There's usually no budget for a video clip, so that's a bit of a downer. But I would love to do that. And also what I think I want to expand, I would really love to do some fashion shows, like catwalks. That's even bigger, and it's more like an experience instead of an image or a short video, but really an experience for people. Yeah, that would be really cool. Off to Paris. Yes. Maybe one day.
What brand would you see yourself doing that for?
Oh, I don't know. I don't really mind, actually. I'm not that within the fashion industry. I really love working and creating for the fashion industry. But I really don't know what is the latest fashion and who is the biggest designer. I don't know.
Well, we just touched on a little bit on the flaneur window installment that you did.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Like the green,
Yeah, that was really, really cool. Because it was something so different. Also, more like I say, it's more of an experience for people. They're live at your work. Yeah. Which is also scary because when you create for a photo shoot, or it's just for the image, you know, so it doesn't have to be perfect, or if it's not working, the installment, you change it a bit and
make adjustments.
Yes, but when it's live there in the Bijenkorf, you know, I was like, oh my God, and you have to build it in one night because for the Bijenkorf to get into the window, there's this hallway, it's 30 centimeters. So we could not produce the whole mountain up front before.
You have to do it in the window.
We had to do it in the window. So I built it in my studio, chopped it up in layers, and then had to re-put it, you know, and there were some professional grass laying guys from the other side of the country who really molded the grass onto it, and everyone was there in the middle of the night, and we only had from 9 till 9, so that was really cool as well.
How long did it take you?
From 9 to 9. No. I think we finished like 3 a.m.
Okay.
And then we had some problems with the lamp after, so we had to come back the next night, but everything was fixed. And
amazing. Yeah.
That was really cool.
I'll have to share an image of this because
it's still live. They have it in the window now. We took it out of the Bijenkorf after a month.
Yeah.
And now it's at the window of Flaneur in their shop.
Nice.
Yeah.
For anyone who's interested in getting into set design, what would your advice be if someone's not involved in set design at all?
Do an internship.
Yeah.
I think internships are really good for learning.
Yeah.
And I think for me, what was really helpful, I first did an internship in the production company. And when you're in the producer world, you see all the departments. So you get to know everyone from light departments, grip, makeup, costume, and you see exactly what's needed for all the departments.
Yeah.
And then, I think that's really important to know what other people need, because when I built a set, we just did a really big campaign for the Hunkemuller, which was amazing. But we built a set which was 3 meters high. It still has to go live, so I will send it to you. But
amazing.
It was 3 meters high, and then you have to think up front as well, like, how is this for the light department? Because they have to get the lights on top.
Yeah.
Is it still possible? Also with the big ball for Winkelstraat, it was silver.
Yeah.
It gives a lot of reflections. So it's good to know what other department needs as well.
Yeah.
To get really good. To be really good in your own department. So for me, the production internship was really helpful, and I really liked it.
Yeah.
And also, I got to build my network there.
Yeah.
I met a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like just doing production work.
Yeah.
Well, not just production work. It's really tough, but I think that's really helpful.
Yeah.
Getting to know all the departments. And then an internship in set design or art direction.
Yeah.
Start in a movie, because there the teams are really, really big. You have the production designer, you have the art director, prop master, the runners. There's a lot of people there. And then you can also find whatever you like to do most or best.
I like the word, the title prop master.
Prop master.
Yeah.
It is nice. It is really nice. It's constructing and molding and doing. And I think for me, set design, in a way that I do it, I combine all of that. I love to do the art direction part. I love to do the runner part as well, to drive this 22 van, I like it as well. So for me, set design is a bit of combination of all of that, but in shorter projects.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of people switch. Whenever they do light, they go to art. When they do art, they go to production. Or there's a lot of people that switch around. So first, make sure whatever you really like to do within which department, and then do set design if that's your thing.
Thank you. Yeah, it was really great talking to you, and definitely learned a lot. Yeah, did you like it?
Yeah.
Did you get used to the sound?
Yeah, by the end. It's so weird hearing yourself. And it's really weird, but I really liked it. I feel really flattered that you invited me.
Of course. Me. Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of everything that you've done until now, and I'm excited to see what's up next.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh my God.